Okay. I'm at the park as always. This is your reading. It's the same area. You can't see the buildings though, cause like I got the phone. Like you can see my head more. You know what I'm saying? Like it's at an angle. I still feel like you're fixing it, cause you know the wind is always okay. I'm sorry for the chaos, y'all. I don't know if I'm gonna make a video or not yet. I am eventually, but I gotta do it in times right, cause you know motherfuckers is literally stalking me every day. Like it's literally the whole city, bro. It's annoying because like every city I go to, it eventually becomes the whole city or town. Or motherfuckers just stay in the house and just try not to get involved or even hear me because they don't want to get involved. Which is very rare because usually they still get involved and it's very fucking weird and it's crazy. I actually don't mind it, it's kind of weird. It's almost like being famous, but like nobody knows you, but they still know who you are. It's like it's a weird sound. I don't like it. Like I don't even if I was famous or wasn't famous, I wouldn't even want that. I don't like I never wanted people like you know what I'm saying? I don't like niggas staring at me. Like I got social anxiety and stuff. Like I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me, but I just don't like I don't like you know what I'm saying? There's good attention and bad attention. I don't like in a weird way good attention, I guess. Or bad attention, you know what I'm saying? But like I just don't like oddly enough more good attention. Like if it's bad attention, I don't like it either, but like I get more mad when it's good attention because it's like, oh my god, now you're gonna stare at me even more. You know what I'm saying? It makes it, like you know what I'm saying? You know how like you look good and someone keeps staring at you? That's good attention. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? You make me feel weird because damn, I know I'm like I look good or I'm pretty, but like damn, you make me. You know what I'm saying? You're making me anxious. But I'm also getting like it's probably because I can feel like her emotions and I'm fat and stuff. So I think it just makes me feel awkward. Yeah. First card is Five of Cups in reverse. We actually got the real sun today. So Ra's with me. He's shining right on my Pinito Gland. He's shining right on Thoth. So yeah, Ten of Cups. It's also windy, so we might have to play a game of catch the card. I'm doing well today, if you're wondering. Everyone's acting weird as always, inside the shelter, outside the shelter. You know, it's another weird day, but everybody has to make it seem like it's normal. Everyone's still talking indirectly, like, you know what I'm saying? Making the comments that I'm thinking of. So, how are you making comments on shit I'm thinking of? I'm not even talking. I don't even talk. Like, literally, I have not talked that much in the shelter. You know what I'm saying? The last shelter, I did talk a little bit, but even then, I really didn't talk to anybody unless I really needed a lighter, a cigarette. I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. I literally smoked cigarettes for like 4 months. That was really it. I never smoked cigarettes other than that. That's the funny part. It might have been 6 months max, but you know what I'm saying. I know for a fact it wasn't past 6 months. Um, and that's my whole life. You know what I'm saying? There was one point in high school I smoked bag amounts for a month, but that's literally it. I always smoked grab and stuff and weed and blunts, but I never smoked straight cigarettes and cigars and stuff. Or even the Dutchess by itself without the weed. Swords, Page of Swords reverse. Oh my gosh, my weed. That hurts. I'm also hearing someone trying to distract you about your money. 333, that's confirmation. I literally. Okay, so these people that are literally messing with me are trying to distract me about some money. Look, see how it got windy real quick? Not saying the kids. This is the genuine win today. Usually they're forcing it, manipulating it, but not saying you can't manipulate it now, but. Oof, almost shot the cards. I'm trying to make sure they don't fly. Because my phone died trying to like put all that stuff up. Not before it's too late, but you never know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just because I'm blessed doesn't mean my life can't be taken at any minute. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it will be, but Six of Cups upright. But the thing is, I just do it just to make sure. You never know. Like, I'm also not gonna. People always have this like narrative that I just think I'm untouchable. Listen, just because the label tried to work with me does not mean I think I'm all of a sudden untouchable. No, like people, like I was using hashtag untouched. That's the records, and on top of that, that was their thing. Like, oh, we're untouched, we're untouched. You know what I'm saying? But that was never my thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I might say untouched, but when I say untouched, I don't mean like I can't be touched. I mean niggas haven't touched me yet. You know what I'm saying? By the grace of God. Um, it is swords upright. Like people swear, like don't get it twisted. There is times I'm not humble, but people swear to God, like I just am never humble, even when I am. You did something about Basquiat. Yo, that's crazy. My hair is locked. I forgot about that. I do art. I used to be like a street artist. I'm not really doing it right now. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. You could have saw me trying to sell my artwork when I first got here. So you could be watching my video. That's significant. Or you could like Basquiat, or you know there's something relating to my life with Basquiat. I don't really know anything about Basquiat. I just know Jay-Z took all his shit, so that's probably what it is. And they allegedly sacrificed him, took a soul. That's what they're trying to do with me, but yeah. Ace of Pentacles. But the difference is they really want me. They just can't have me, so they're probably just gonna attempt to do that. I'm just gonna keep pulling cards and talking until I'm not stop. I'll stop. No, that's someone trying to manipulate me. That's literally walking by looking like Basquiat. Not the one I was talking about, the other person. That's hilarious. But so first. Queen of Pentacles upright. Oh no. Queen of Pentacles in reverse and Moon in reverse. Death card. Three of Swords. Alright. Thank you guys. And to be specific, right now it's Egyptian gods because that's who's talking to me right now. I talk to different gods. I talk to Greek gods, Norse gods, which is essentially Greek. You know what I'm saying? To be more specific, Greek mythology and then Norse gods, Egyptian gods. You know what I'm saying? Hindu gods and goddesses. I talk to everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? I always, since a child, always believed all religion had truth, especially because once I always felt like that, and then it's crazy. Once I found out what who Gandhi was, I always fell in love with the concept of that, and I never changed it because I was like, literally, he was the most caring, nicest person ever, and literally, I had like the same life purpose. Like, I could be a reincarnation of him. I don't think I am though. I might be a reincarnation of Buddha. You know what I'm saying? Because he literally went to meditation so long to where he got ideas. And don't get this twisted, I haven't been meditating. It's kind of hard with all this stuff going on. I meditate, but I don't meditate to the full extent like I used to, like hours. I remember I was getting so good with meditating. I was literally just losing weight by meditating. I'm also getting people who were crying when I was meditating, or like literally like the evil eye was hitting them like that, or they would cry because of how fast I would like heal. I would even like, you know what I'm saying? Like even that's another thing. I would meditate so much to where I wouldn't have to cry. Like I would just be naturally. It's kind of like my energy now. Like it's naturally just vibrating. But yeah. So let's just start the reading. Oh wait, no, I'm gonna start it. That's what I was gonna say. But yeah, my point about that is when I was meditating for hours and stuff like that, I would like just reset myself. Like it was like I don't know. It literally was like a reset button. That's the best way to describe it. And the thing is like I would literally feel like my health and everything just like get better. Like it was weird. And then when I worked out, it would make it easier. It would help me and all that stuff. Um, yeah, it's funny because none of the buses are in service, and they literally never fixed this subway track until I literally moved over here when they tried to trap me, and that's when I started catching on. Like, cause I already thought I was trapped in a weird way because I kept getting rerouted. Like the weird thing is the way the trains work, if you know New York City, I don't even have to explain this. Just ask anybody that's been in New York City that literally does not live in New York City right now. I'm telling you. Because, or literally did not come from New York City within the last 6 months, because we don't need the confusion and all that extra bullshit in our lives. But you can ask them as well, you know what I'm saying? Just know that it may not be as accurate information. But if you know New York City, or you've been in New York City and you got used to the routes, or you're used to the GPS, or you know how it works at least, even if you don't know or remember, you know for a fact that the trains always go around every borough. Like you can go through every borough on every train. You know what I'm saying? You can get to Staten Island. You know what I'm saying? You can get to, well, not to Staten Island, but you can get to the ferry on the train. You can't get to Staten Island. That's the only thing you can't get to. Like, unless you can, and I don't know about it. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. But the thing is, what they do is they literally send me through every borough, so that way I can always get to Manhattan last. And that's the thing. They think I don't realize it. They literally will like bring me, because Queens is the biggest borough. Brooklyn's the second biggest borough. Okay, so what they do is they try to keep me in Queens with that boy. Didn't work. So now they're trying to keep me in Brooklyn, where he's from, mind you, where he's from. And he wanted to move out from that room that we was renting from his family friend to live out here and get an apartment out here together. No, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, like, I'm also getting someone could be trying to distract you by doing things like you, not like necessarily doing things like you, but like someone admires you, so they're trying to distract you to get your attention. It could be a bad way, but I'm hearing it in a good way for you, okay? But yeah, so like literally, you know what I'm saying? Brooklyn is like the biggest borough, so or no, biggest borough. They're trying to mess with me. They're trying to tap in. You know what I'm saying? But they can't tap in this way. They can tap in the video. But yeah. So what they do is they'll bring me through Brooklyn, and they'll try and drag through, like they'll just keep rerouting in Brooklyn, and then they'll reroute the rest of the city, and then they'll bring me through those parts, and they'll make sure that the traffic's blocked off, or they say there's like construction work going on over here, or they're fixing the trains and all this shit over there, so that way people can't get to me. Not that they can't get to me, but so they can't see me. And the thing is, what really made me fuck everything up is when I started showing people this book on the subway. This is what I knew this was gonna fuck everything up. But I felt guided to do it, and God didn't really tell me to do it, but I wanted to tell everybody about slavery. I want to tell minorities, especially, you know what I'm saying, whether they're black, white, whatever. I just like, you know what I'm saying, that's our history. That's our, because people forget that we all go through the same trauma, just in a different way because of our skin color, our ethnicity, our culture. I'm saying even white people forget white people are slaves. The difference is they don't like to admit that because they want to separate themselves from minorities as much as possible. Even when they don't, there's gonna be some point in their life they're gonna relate back to that old history where they're gonna want to separate themselves from every minority or some type of group that's not theirs. Even Italian, don't get it fucked up. You know what I'm saying? They might, you know what I'm saying? They're I'm not gonna lie, people forget Italians are cool, but they're racist. They're very much racist. Don't get it fucked up. Just like Germans and all that stuff too. Germans used to be cool, remember? Germany used to be pro black and everything. Now all of a sudden they just like don't like black people, which is weird. Or at least that's what I heard. My dad also lived in Germany, so he could have just been capping. And I also had people go to Germany and live in Germany. They could have just said that out of their perspective and their ignorant thinking. I don't know. I've never been to Germany. I don't know enough about Germany to speak on Germany, but that's what I'm saying from what I know. But most of the information I read. But yeah, it's just always rerouting. You know what I'm saying? Like this wasn't even Broadway Junction. You know what I'm saying? But now it's Broadway Junction. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's literally street names that are literally being made up. And it's funny because when they placed me over here, what made me 100% know is when I literally tried to walk just to see, just to see the area. Because I'm like, okay, I'm about to live over here. Let me see where the corner store's at. Let me see where the park's at, the library. And the funny thing is, the first thing I did when I got off the train and I went to shelter and everything was literally think, oh, let me go find the library. Because I instantly was going to do my healing research. And I was going to keep testing it on me so I can, like, you know what I'm saying, eventually when I get the funds to get my own apartment and start my own business, a new business, because the old business is over with. Like, I can always keep it just in case people try to keep me from preventing opening a new one. But, like, you know what I'm saying? I got to pay taxes on that, too. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been able to pay the taxes, so I can't pay it. Well, I'm going to pay taxes. I'm not doing it for the ass. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If I'm going to be a business owner, I have to be a business owner and own it up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and don't get it twisted. There's gonna be times I can't do stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna try and do what I can best. But I can't. I'm homeless. I can't even get food and stuff like that. I can't even buy a bag of chips for 50 cents. Like I don't even have food stamps. Cause come to find out, I did figure that out, y'all. So the EBT stores did take EBT, but they lied and said they didn't take EBT because they turned off my card forcibly and tried to make it seem like those stores didn't take EBT when I definitely used the EBT card at those stores before. And the funny thing is, they placed me somewhere they didn't even know I was at before. So they placed me here knowing I was over here before, but they didn't know how well I knew over here. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, when I was walking down the road, like I was saying, I was looking at Fulton. At least that's what it said when I got off, right? I don't get that. This is the actual Fulton. That's the funny part. They're literally trying to say it's Fulton, but I know it's not Fulton because literally I was at the shelter that was on Fulton in Brooklyn. Because this girl that was a prostitute that was trying to make me do that the sex work or whatever. She was a sex worker. She she's the one that brought me to the shelter because we were friends. Like that was the time I was still denying it, and I was like, no, I'm good. But if you do that, you do that. I'm not gonna judge you for it. It's just no, I don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Even now, I still don't really judge her for it. It's fucked up what she did, whatever. But it's really not that fucked up. Like I'm a grown ass woman. I make my decisions. She makes her decisions. She just was trying to persuade me, and that's just it. Like I was just easily manipulated. That's it. But yeah. So pretty much what happened is that shelter was on Fulton. That shelter isn't even here. It's nowhere even near here. But apparently I'm by Fulton. Then it also says Van Sicklin's close. Van Sicklin's not even nowhere. I mean it's closer than the Fulton, but like Van Sicklin, like no, bro. I was in Van Dyke Projects, so I know for a fact I was fucking with someone over there. I'm not even gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? So I know for a fact, especially because I was trying to avoid that motherfucker because I was not. You know what I'm saying? I was like, we cool, but I don't know we cool like that. Cause you know, bitch trying to be like funny. I'm not even gonna lie. I tried to like be like funny with him. He wasn't feeling it, and that was it. We just started fucking with each other. I didn't give a fuck either, cause you know what I'm saying. Me personally, I'm a playgirl. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I've always been like a playgirl type. Like you can call me, oh shit, I don't give a fuck. But like I've always been a playgirl. So me personally, I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna take your boyfriend and all that shit. No, that's extra. But like you know what I'm saying, like I'm gonna have sex with you. I'm gonna have sex with you. If I want to, if I feel like you're trying to manipulate me and use and abuse me, I'm gonna purposely manipulate and use and abuse you because, like, I know it's fucked up, but like I would purposely do that because, like, you know what I'm saying. I don't do it too often, but I do it. You know what I'm saying? Knowing, you know what I'm saying. The outcome is wrong. You see this? They literally paid this nigga to come over here and laugh with the most awkwardest silent smile. This is what I'm talking about. You literally hear that. And you didn't hear on the one video that one day the little badass kids I was talking about. The niggas was playing with not pellet guns, the water BBs. The water BBs. I'm just calling them water BBs. You know what I'm saying? But they was literally having them play with the pellet guns and shit over here, running and chasing each other, palm up, get back here, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like with a fake pellet gun Draco and shit. It was weird. It was weird. Like it's like they literally paid them to do that. And you could tell the little boy, like you could tell his innocence. Like you could tell this nigga probably just plays Fortnite, GTA all day and stays inside. Like he doesn't even actually care about actual guns. Like he didn't even seem like the type to actually want to fit in with the guns. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the funny part. Like and but yeah, so when I was walking down, my point is this ain't falling, okay? This ain't Van Sicklin. So anyway, it might be Van Sicklin, but it ain't the Van Sicklin I motherfucking was going to at first. So even if that was the wrong Van Sicklin at first, y'all had me in the right. No, y'all didn't have me in the right Van Sicklin now, okay? And even if that was the right one now and not before, y'all didn't have me in the right one then. Because this is Fulton, and I know damn well I walked all the way down this bitch as far as I could. Then all of a sudden the street signs kept trying to change, but I know damn well I didn't do nothing blank. So how the fuck did the street sign disappear or all of a sudden be a whole different name? Ain't that crazy? Um, that's also why. And then it's funny because you can literally see the background of my videos changing all the time. So it's not even like I'm that crazy. You know what I'm saying? And the funny thing is I never noticed it until like yesterday when I was like, let me just look at the background to see if any, you know what I'm saying, how obvious it is. So I'm like, I noticed it changed mid video, but I never really thought about it. And then I see it like when I turn around and I'm like, oh shit, it changed. And I'm just like, whatever, and I just keep going with the video. But when I walked all the way down, literally it was every single block I grew up on or I was on all the time upstate, like in my hometown, and then literally in the projects that I was like raising, or not raising. Oh yeah, actually no, not the projects I was raising because they didn't even have that. They didn't have Allen Drive up there. That's surprising. But like they would literally have like the project streets of the hood I was born in. You know what I'm saying? So it's weird. Like Park Ave, that's where I was born in Albany. That's where my mom was at when she had me. You know what I'm saying? She lived in Albany. She was with my dad. She was married. You know what I'm saying? That's the funny part. The thing is, I wasn't even in Albany like that. So the fact that you're literally doing that to trigger me like that is the jag. The only reason I even mention Albany is because people mind my business too much, and I don't want them asking questions about my family because people, for some odd reason, always think I'm lying. So then I get it. Like, you want to check, you know what I'm saying? You want to fact check shit. So then they want to ask my family. Okay, I had to make sure it was back. But yeah, then they want to like fact check stuff. So I just like literally be like, oh, I'm from Albany because I am from Albany. I just didn't grow up there. That's none of your business. You asked where I was from, so I told you. You asked where I grew up at. Now I told you. But the thing is, you also asked where I grew up. You can grow up at more than one place. I also grew up in Albany the same time I grew up in Saratoga. Yeah, I didn't grow up in Albany every fucking day, but I grew up in Albany. You know what I'm saying? My dad lived there the whole time. Like, the whole time he's been in America, he's been damn near in Albany. So, you know what I'm saying? He was in Florida. Actually, he did say he was in Florida before. You know what I'm saying? But, like, most of the time he's in America, and he knew my mom. Ever since he knew my mom, he's been in Albany. So, you know what I'm saying? I just don't get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just asking too many questions. Y'all mad y'all not asking the right questions. I tell people that all the time. I will give you the odd, don't mess with me. I will give you the God's honest truth long as you literally just ask me. People don't ask me, and if you don't ask me the right question, I just ain't gonna answer. And the only reason I'm not gonna answer if you don't ask the right question is because you're literally asking too much information in the first place, or I don't feel like comfortable giving it to you because you're trying to manipulate me in some type of way, or I feel like you're trying to manipulate me. Everybody knows that. So if anybody tells you otherwise, as I always say, like if I ever say everybody knows that, and I tell you because I know I can fact check my shit, whether they lie or not. And there's gonna be that one person that's not gonna deny that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Everyone might deny a certain situation about me, and they might be honest about a certain situation about me. But there's always gonna be that one thing everyone's gonna be honest about. And that's the one thing that always saves me in that. Just like people, like I've done, I like once again, everybody does dirt. I've done dirt shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's some things I didn't admit to in the moment, but I did admit to it, you know what I'm saying? And if I didn't, I always asked for forgiveness because I couldn't admit to it, or because I couldn't admit to it because I literally could not get to the person who admit to it. You know what I'm saying? Or we don't have that connection anymore, and it's just not, you know what I'm saying, worth it. Or you already blew it out of proportion, asked the wrong people for the answer. You could have simply just asked me. You know what I'm saying? The funny thing is, a lot of situations in life, people never ask you for what actually happened. You know what I'm saying? If they had an altercation, they just took whatever people said and ran with it. And that's where That's where a lot of my relationships in my childhood got fucked up at. And that's the sad part. Some of them were genuine, you know what I'm saying? And even the ones that were genuine weren't the best relationships and didn't need to be kept, you know what I'm saying? But they were genuine relationships. It was just that broken people, being friends with broken people also isn't gonna build a relationship. And if you're broken or the other person's broken and they're healing, you might feel some type of way and you might just grow past that person. It's just life. You know what I'm saying? And they don't like that. It's natural life. You know what I'm saying? Um, okay, I'm hearing this. I'm hearing it today. So, yeah, that's it. So the first card was the Five of Cups. Now we're about to lay the spread out. Like I said it's raining. Oh my god, I almost said it's raining. So it could be about to rain today, or it could be raining where you're at right now, or when you see this video. Because it's clearly Friday's day, and it's gorgeous. It's the most gorgeous it's been in a while. And bitch, it's New York. Let's not forget, it's New York. This is weird. This is very fucking weird. It's New York. I have not seen winter like this since like 2018, and it was 60 degrees on Christmas Day. But meanwhile, there was snow on the ground the whole winter, and it was not cold, but it was literally 30 degrees at least. You know what I'm saying? And at least a half an inch of snow on the ground. So even if it melts in an hour, you know what I'm saying? So it's weird. It's weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's been really warm, and today is cold, but it's beautiful. So this is, I don't know, the weather's been out of proportion anyway. So they're really trying to mess with the weather. They're literally, it's sad to say, but they're literally trying to mess with the weather in this area because of me, which is weird. Like, it's like they literally don't want me making readings, but they want me to make readings because they get benefits off of it. Like, they get their little readings for free or whatever, and they also want to make me feel stupid and go crazy, being that I'm doing the readings and I'm getting shadow banned. And I'm not really getting shadow banned anymore because people are seeing it, but like, people, like, they're trying to block it out the algorithm or not show me how many views and likes and stuff I actually have, or at least show everybody the views and likes and shit that I actually have. So they're trying to make me feel like, oh my god, I'm stuck and I can't get to anybody but the people that are actors, because I keep calling them actors on the subway and stuff. So they keep making TikToks. And if you really notice, that's the gag. If you literally go on your TikTok and you see these people making memes about the same type of scenarios in your state, in your city, it's all about me. Even Nicki Minaj. But even then, it wasn't even her actual account. They made it look like it was her actual account, and it wasn't. It was a fake account. It could have been her actual account. I don't know. It was like about around the time she made her album. I don't know if she stole my lyrics or not, because like I said, they used AI and made it seem like people were saying things they weren't. So they could have used AI and made it seem like she stole my lyrics. Because now all of a sudden that same account that looked like it was her real page isn't even her page. Now all of a sudden it has like a couple million less followers and it's a fan page, which doesn't make any sense. So even if that's the case, you guys don't see that, they're messing with my phone, and clear as day, that's what's actually going on. So if you wondering why, like, I've been like, you know what I'm saying? And let's just be honest. For a person that's literally seeing all this weird shit going on and literally having shit appear and disappear, and then literally have to like touch it to make sure like it's not just like, at a point I thought it was just green screen. These lights, the funny thing is there's literally bright ass lights on this field right now. They turn on every time I come outside. Y'all don't think that's weird? There's bright ass lights on in broad daylight every time I come outside. Even I know y'all see my videos sometimes, there's lights behind me that's on. Half of these lights are literally controlled by the darkness. So how the hell is the light on? These are lights that are supposed to turn on when it's dark. If it's bright as hell and raw is shining on my motherfucking pineal gland, as y'all can see, why the fuck is these lights over here? Like, bitch, it's like a fake football field, but it's a soccer field and a basketball court. Like, I'm gonna show y'all at the end. You know what, fuck it, I'm gonna show y'all right now. Look at this shit. Look at this dumbass shit. Look at this fake ass shit. I can't really show you at the angle because the way the phone is, but look at this. Look at this fake ass shit. She's one of the people faking in the shelter. Fuck that bitch. She was at the other shelter too. That's why I don't understand why all of a sudden she's acting different. She wasn't acting like that at the other shelter. It's just recent when whoever the fuck is trying to keep their agenda, became my dad, my family, trying to destroy me. So they gotta have the police and everybody join in because they can't do it themselves, and they literally are the people that help me and raise me. That's sad. That's pretty sad. Anybody. I said anybody. Literally, that's the funny thing. They literally use anybody. So that's the gag. I wasn't even trying to say anybody. The car's all messed up, so it's alright. We're still gonna get the same message, even if it's not the same one. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try and reorganize it, obviously, but yeah, it seems like that. Yeah, this is all accurate. This is perfect. Now, if you go back in the video and you see how on point this shit is, you know God is always on your side. Anyway, yeah, like it's weird. Like they're literally going to the extent of going through my messages, or they're literally going to the extent of literally asking every person I've had contact with in my past, from my hometown, my childhood, jobs I worked at and stuff, how I act and like things I used to say and stuff like that. Because it's like it's weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? People don't know me well. And like I said, literally, like, the only way you get to know me is if you literally piece together everything everybody says, and even then you still won't know me because I'm always changing so much, whether I like change or not, because motherfuckers like to say I don't like change, apparently, indirectly, because they always say everything indirectly. Like, this is crazy. I ain't go crazy when I'm supposed to be crazy. When they say indirectly shit, they've been saying indirect shit for the last 2 months. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, then even with my pregnancy, like, I go on the train, motherfuckers talking about some, oh, like, I'll be like, well, it's okay, like, you know, God's gonna take care of me, like, when I was trying to be positive on the train, before I started doing my little psychotic shit, let's not cap, stop the cap, you know what I'm saying? But, like, before I started doing my little psychotic shit, my little psychotic rampages, I would be like, you know, it's okay, like, even though people keep blowing shit in my face, even though he's literally snitched on himself, I literally didn't even realize people was blowing shit on my face until literally one day out of nowhere, when I really got to a point where I just started not trusting him in a relationship, but being that like I was already pregnant, it was just like, you know, you just go with the flow with things. Like, you know, do what you can, you know. And then it was to the point where literally God told me to just work, get my money, and leave, and just play my role. And I still was playing my role because that's what God told me to do. So I really didn't want to do because I hate having to do that. That's how I knew this shit was more serious than I thought. Because I never had to do that before with anybody. God be like, shit, fought that originally. You know what I'm saying? But no, God was like, no, you don't want to have to go back to the shelter where bitches is fighting every single day about nothing. Literally just trying to show out and make you react so they can fight you and make it seem like this and that and all this stuff. And I can't, you know what I'm saying? I don't have time for that. God don't even have time for me to have time for that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, yeah, I'm hearing this another time. But yeah, so pretty much with that situation, yeah, I was stacking my money and stuff like that. But the thing is, God was also telling me to just live in the moment because He wanted me to go back to the shelter. Like, He wanted me to enjoy myself because I really haven't been able to enjoy myself the last few years being homeless. So every little cent I make, I'm always trying to enjoy myself, and then something happens to where I can't work or something like that. Like, I barely worked within 2 years. This is crazy. Like, it's like I'm always actively working. Like, actually, it's weird. I haven't legally worked in 2 years like that because literally I'm always making money somehow. Like, whether it's selling artwork, doing tarot readings on the street, asking people if they want readings, or just straight up asking people for money because I need help. I'm not embarrassed. I'm not ashamed. Like I'm saying, I'll go to pantry. Everybody knows I'll go to pantry any given moment, any given second. I need help. You know, I'm not afraid to take help. People always want to throw that on my face and like, oh, you're afraid to take help. No, that's just people just keep using tactics that used to affect me in the past that they swear is gonna work now. And that's where they got it fucked up at. Like, people even keep trying to use the manipulation that I use on them at some point back on me. Like, that's gonna work. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the gag. They keep trying to use me on me. But the thing is, I'm confident in who I am, so it doesn't work. And then they get insecure, and then they have to hide it, and then they have to keep poking and jabbing more and getting more information. And it's just like, the way you guys get this information is weird. Like, you guys gotta even be going to the extent of asking old bosses to straight up just talk shit about me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the weirdest shit be happening to me, and people always wonder, like, that's impossible. How does that make sense? And they don't not believe it. Every person never not believes it. They just don't understand why the fuck the weird shit just keeps happening to me. Bitch, I'll be wanting the same thing. I can't answer. Let me know if you find out. But the thing is, they never let me know when they find out, because then it's too deep for them to get the fuck out, or they're scared they can't get out. So they want to play the, oh, let's get in and be buddy buddy thing, or make it seem like they're on some type of timing, like demon time, like I'm cool. And it's no, nobody's trying to be on there. Like, you know what I'm saying? And people always thought like this narrative of I want to be so hard and like, no, I never was like that. I never wanted to be like that. I mean, I was like that, but I didn't want to be like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like I was kind of forced to always be aggressive. Like, I fucking hated that shit. Everybody knows that too. They just don't want to admit that because they know, like, literally my whole life I've been a fucking bully target. So anyway, with this reading, so pretty much something is coming back that could have been left in the past. I'm hearing it could have been like a relationship or a family. So I'm also hearing someone could have left with your kids or your family or something like that. Like a divorce or something. And it could have really broke your heart. I'm also hearing it could have you could have been mourning on a day, like mourning, like you could have been mourning on a morning, and it could have been a day that it was raining and storming. But with the death card, I'm hearing brighter days are coming. Or if you lost something, it's coming back, pretty much. Not brighter days are coming, but it's gonna be hard. But someone here could have also had a death in the family. So someone could have been left in the past, like a person that died, and they're coming back. Or you thought they were gonna come back. Someone could have also been like on life support or something, and you thought they were gonna make it. They didn't make it. And you could be begging literally God for this person back, or to take you because this person is gone. But I'm getting this only happened because there's enemies around, or this person that died was an enemy. I'm getting this person that died was an enemy. I'm also getting this person that died could have wanted you to have a baby with them, or could have wanted to see you have your children, but they also didn't want to see you grow. I'm getting they also wanted to see you have your children because they didn't want you to be happy. They wanted to see you miserable. Like, they thought if you had kids, you were just gonna be miserable, or it wasn't gonna work out, or you're gonna get your kids taken or something. Come on, like, can you guys not? Like, it's so fucking annoying. Look, and then that's another thing. Every time I say something in my head, I used to say in my videos all the time, beeping's confirmation. Now, all of a sudden, I say something in my head, or I say something out loud, confirmation. It's actual confirmation because they force it, and I don't even take that shit. Like, half of the signs that I was telling y'all is confirmations and stuff in my videos, I can't even use. You know what I'm saying? Because they literally try and use everything I literally say against them. But the thing is, what they don't realize is I'm literally reading for people. Even if it's one or two people, I'm reading for people. So everything I'm reading isn't about me. Like, it could be relating to me, but everything I read isn't essentially about me. And like I said in my reading before as well, readings actually relate to your own life to some extent. You also have to be able to understand to teach. You know what I'm saying? To some extent, even if you didn't go through it, you just personally just know a situation about it, or even know somebody that experienced it. But it has to relate to your life in some type of way or form. At least that's what I feel when you tarot reading. Even if the reading isn't about you, you know what I'm saying? But it has to relate to something you probably went through or something. But yeah, they wanted to see you suffer. They didn't want you to they literally hoped that these kids would stop your growth, pretty much. But yeah, it actually was gonna bless you. And oh shit, yeah, it was actually gonna bless you. And if it didn't, it did bless you. because I'm hearing it taught you a lesson. So whether you had the kid or not, you could have also had a kid, and then they were hoping it was going to stop your growth or block your blessings, and they're trying to cover up the fact that they were wrong and you actually got blessed. I'm hearing you could have had like someone could have been like, oh, you're gonna have like a bad child because of the person you had him with, or just because of how you were, and the child was actually a great child. I'm also hearing your child could have passed away, or you could have had a child that passed away. I'm also hearing you could have a child that's sick, like not chronically ill. I'm hearing it could be chronic, but I'm hearing for someone that's chronic. I'm also hearing sickle cell, but I'm hearing more so like sick like cold, like not like COVID or anything, literally just like a cold, common cold. I'm also seeing like a 4 or 5 year old white boy and an Indian boy with like a cold. So that could be you. It could be significant. Also, know how I said you? This could be your life story. Ooh. Oh man, I feel good. Okay. Anyway, so we got there. So anyway, so the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Something's being given to you, or no, something was taken from you. So you could have got, like I said in another reading, someone got their child taken. So you could have gotten the child taken from you by foster care. So something was taken from you. So I'm hearing your fertility or your sexual. I'm hearing sexuality, but I'm hearing like literally like sexual arousal. So like if you are like turned on, like you can't get turned on. I'm hearing like you could have been like a rape victim, so like you can't get turned on by sex anymore, or you could have got raped and you can't get turned on anymore, or you just don't have the sex drive anymore because something was taken from you. I'm getting it has to do something with like you might have been sexually abused as well. Like you might have not known you're being sexually abused, but you're being sexually abused. So it like turned you off, or made you feel like you can't fornicate the same. That's literally what I'm hearing. Someone could like petty LaBelle because literally this truck with this fake ass label says LaBelle. Or yeah, so yeah, they be having like trucks with fake ass addresses, zip codes, and fucking business names and all that shit too. Like literally every store I go to is like not real anymore. That's how I know, and it looks so fake. It almost looks like, and that's when I knew shit was fucked up because literally I went to sleep on the train after somebody blew some shit in my face. But the thing is, I was already tired. I was already falling asleep, and they kept blowing in my face, and I was just like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, clearly my tolerance is high enough to where it's not gonna affect me. And God told me don't worry, because they're gonna keep doing it anyway. So I was like, fuck it. So I left it alone, and then literally I went to sleep, and the next thing you know, I ended up in a whole different area. And I was like, oh shit, I'm at the last stop. I'm like, damn, I ain't never got to the last stop before, so I know I'm deep. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, I've been in the last stop on almost every train except this one train. So I was like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, that's weird that's the one train. You know what I'm saying? And now everybody's gone. But everybody was on there blowing shit in my face, fucking with me, and talking shit indirectly and all this weird shit. And that was the first time it started because I was like, okay, nobody was talking directly to me until I got on the train that day. And they just kept poking jabs about my pregnancy. And that's when I kept like literally walking around trying to get back, like, oh, I can go this way, and then they kept rerouting the tracks. Like, bitch, this route was literally not blocked off like 20 minutes ago. So how the fuck is it blocked off now that I'm literally getting closer? And I can feel my intuition telling me I'm getting closer. And meanwhile, while I'm doing this, I keep like checking my stomach and checking the heart rate to make sure the baby's okay, because I don't want, I could give a fuck what happened to me, but obviously I had to be okay in order for the child to be happy or be okay. So I would do like literally the best I could to make child happy. That wasn't even that old yet. Literally like probably like a few weeks, like 2 months, sadly. You know what I'm saying? I was like literally like 2.5 months max. That's the sad part. And yeah, like I kept trying to feel the heartbeats because like I said, there was definitely three. There was definitely three. Like I said, the fifth. Because there was one point where I literally felt. I swear to God, I felt 5 different heartbeats, including mine. But then there was one time I felt like this one good time I felt 5 heartbeats and then I felt mine. So then I was even more concerned because I'm like, bitch, is there 5 children in me? Because what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, I asked for one. You gonna give me the whole fucking clan at once? Like, I was like, nah, we not having kids no more. If we do it this time, we ain't having kids no more. But like, yeah, I was trying to feel the heartbeat. So I would always do it like frequently, and people clearly saw what I was doing because I kept pressing on my stomach, and my stomach was small as hell. You couldn't even tell I was pregnant. Like, you know what I'm saying? I look regular. You know what I'm saying? So people probably thought I was faking it too, whatever. But like, you know what I'm saying? I kept pressing on my stomach to make sure. This is when I already had the positive result. And then I did an at home test at this point, and the at home test was positive. And yeah, I kept pressing on my stomach. I felt the heartbeats, and then literally I'd feel it stop. And then after they kept blowing the shit on my face, the heartbeats would get slower. And then that's when I realized there was multiple kids in my stomach because all the heartbeats were beating at different paces, and my heartbeat was still the same. Like, I know how my heart beats when I'm on drugs and then when I'm off drugs. So obviously, if you're blowing drugs in my face, my heartbeat's gonna be affected. Like, I might have a heart palpitation or something. You know what I'm saying? And then it usually goes back to normal real quick. You know what I'm saying? Or it might speed up real quick or slow down real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like I'm consuming the drugs myself. You know what I'm saying? It's literally like powder. And the thing is, they're so stupid. They don't even realize you can literally feel it hit your face. You know what I'm saying? And I have glasses on. So if I'm literally feeling something get in my eyes and I have glasses on, don't you think something's wrong with that? Especially when I'm literally staring at you and you're not breathing. Literally, all these people in New York City and y'all motherfuckers just standing here not breathing. And then I would literally call these people out. They're, you know, like I'd be like, yo, like, don't do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm pregnant. Like, and then it even got to the point where I went on a psychotic rampage. I straight up told somebody, I'm like, listen, I'm telling you, if you keep blowing this shit in my face and I make it to 9 months, I'm going to fuck you up. Because first of all, my child is going to be affected because of you. You know what I'm saying? It might not affect the child because I'm not physically consuming it, but I don't really know. So I'm gonna fuck you up. This is actually one of the motherfuckers I was talking about. Look. Matter of fact, gang gang, Mexico, go Mexico. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, so you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just crazy because there's so many people. Like, you know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers is literally getting to the point where they're putting fake fucking fat on their legs, making it look like they had like some Norbit shit, like some Norbit slash Tyler Perry ass shit. Like literally, like motherfuckers adding face molds, trying to make their ethnicity look different because I called them out. Like literally, like, and it all started like I said, when I was literally trying to read that book and kept telling people the truth. It was literally called. Literally, I found the book. First of all, I walked across the book, and then I'm wrong for showing niggas the book. Like, they didn't put the book in my path anyway. It's like they were setting me up to fuck up. It was like they were setting me up to be a black activist or a fucking pro everybody activist. Because I literally, people keep trying to label me as a black activist or this religion activist, but how the fuck am I of that religion when I don't have a religion? Y'all, they try to say I was a Zionist, Zionism terrorist. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere I went, now all of a sudden I go on the train and I can't get back. Now all of a sudden there's a sticker saying Zionism is terrorism. Bitch, just because I said I believe in God does not mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm a Rasta. Just because I practice Rasta traditions does not mean I'm a Rasta. You know what I'm saying? Now I go over here, I say Bismillah because I'm praying for the food, or I'm thanking God for the food I have because I don't know what to say because there's so many gods and goddesses. Now all of a sudden, next thing you know, there's a motherfucking sticker saying Muslims are terrorists or some stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit's crazy. Like, you can't, you know what I'm saying? And my name's literally Arabic. My full name, my name's Habiba Ibrahim. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, my name's Arabic. I have a whole Muslim name. You know what I'm saying? Literally everybody, you know how many motherfuckers have that name? I guarantee half of the motherfuckers trying to kill me is the motherfuckers related to me. I don't even know. I have literally, on my mom's side of the family, I have family in every single state in the United States. I can name at least one family member in every single state in the United States. In my mom's side. On my mom's side. On my mom's side. Not even my grandpa's side. And then on top of that, my grandpa's last name is literally one of the first white heirlooms. So how the fuck are we that black? And everybody in my family blacker than black. But this is literally a white German last name. Now my grandma's family, she got the first interracial black couple last name in the United States. Love it. That's her maiden name. We all mixed the fuck up. But we all black as fuck. It's funny because everybody in my family literally doesn't even look like we look like they're our parents and stuff like that. But it's weird because like we all look completely different from our parents. Like we might not even be nowhere near the same complexion as our parents. Like, my grandma's light as hell. So even if she wasn't the one to be related to directly of the family of the first, even though I know what her parents look like, it wasn't them. It could have been her aunt. She didn't admit to it because every time I asked about my family, it was, oh, we just niggas. No shit, we just niggas. Of course, bitch, we African American. Of course, we came off the slave boat. How much more descriptive? Like, no shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, like, I want to know the history. Like, I want to know why we got dropped off here. I want to know what we was doing. Clearly, we wasn't doing shit, but just working on the plantation and just letting them whoop our ass because y'all motherfuckers so proud and saying we're just niggas. Like, you wasn't literally in segregation, my girl. You was a maid right after the ending of segregation too. Literally, you was living the life of the help in Florida, Georgia, and she was doing missionary. My grandma was a Coralier type thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? She went around and sang about Jesus. She was in the missionary. She was going around telling people, trying to spread the religion of Jesus. Yo, my grandma had 5 degrees on her wall. She ain't did shit her whole life. She didn't even graduate high school. I don't even think she got her GED. She might have got her GED, but she didn't graduate high school regular. And she literally had on the wall 5 plaques: ministry, pastor, Minnie L. Byrd. You know what I'm saying? The pastor. She had it signed by the pastor, Minnie L. Burns. Minnie Lee Burns. That was her name. She died at 98. That lady was blessed. That was the only reason I was going to church, because of that lady. My grandma was wicked as hell to me when I was young. I used to be horrified of that lady. Like, I used to love her, but I was horrified. Like, deep down inside, I used to say, I don't give a fuck. Bitch, I didn't give a fuck when I was younger if I got arrested. Just don't let me go back home. Let me stay in jail. I was so serious. Like, I remember I used to literally not care if I got in trouble by the police. But the moment they say, oh, we need your parents' phone number. Oh my God, Cindy, we fucked up. Your mom about to beat my ass. Grandma about to beat my ass. And you about to get your ass beat by grandma. And I'm about to get my ass beat by your mom and dad. And we fucked. Did you go to jail too? We don't even got to sharpen the toothbrush. We gonna get our ass beat before we make it to jail. Bitch, I didn't give a fuck. I was scared of my mom and my grandma. Bitch, there was no one else other on this earth. Even to this day, there's no one else on this earth that can scare me other than my mom, my grandma, and God himself. The gods, okay? It's always been that way since fucking kindergarten. You know what I'm saying? Jesus didn't scare me when I was younger for some odd reason. And I used to always say that. And I used to always question Jesus. I never questioned God. I always questioned Jesus. I always used to say, I believe in God and I don't believe in Jesus. My grandma used to get pissed and say, I'm not Christian. Y'all saw when I first started these videos, I was saying the same shit. I was saying that since kindergarten. She used to whoop my ass before church because I used to say that. And then I had to pretend like I believed it. And I would be like, nah, I'm not fucking with Jesus. I'm fucking with God, but I'm not fucking with Jesus. Even if you say God is so much more evil than Jesus, I'm not fucking with Jesus. Hold on. Oh, they not rushing my battery low this time, so. But yeah, because they do that. They can drain and yeah, it makes sense. Anyway, America runs on Duck. Don't. Anyway, yeah. I don't know. Anyway, I'm also being guided to talk about that. You know, coffee actually helps the liver. That's what actually saved my liver. Even though they kept poisoning the water, you know, they got smart because I noticed that the poison they were putting in there, if I heated it to a certain temperature, it wasn't going to affect me as bad or it wasn't going to affect me at all. You know what I'm saying? Because when you boil something to a certain melting point, heating point, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Evaporation, the particles, all that stuff. So, like I said, I used to be obsessed with science. So, like, I literally, that's what I was doing when they were poisoning me at first in my house. Then they caught on when I left the house because I was telling people, expecting them to help me get out the situation. In reality, I don't know if they felt scared of speaking up or they just straight up just didn't give a fuck and was jealous of how I was getting through all this. Because people would help me, and then once they see I keep getting through it, then they didn't want to help me no more. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, regardless, the motherfuckers, what you call it, started obviously telling these motherfuckers that you boil it, because I haven't boiled water. I don't even boil the shit no more. I just drink the shit because God told me to consume the shit. I don't have a choice. You know what I'm saying? I need to stay alive. I need resources. So I just need to take the resources I have. You know what I'm saying? Just like I said in that reading. Now, the thing is, now all of a sudden motherfuckers is boiling water and drinking it, acting like they pretending they're scared, knowing damn well they is actually scared, but they have to pretend like they're scared because they can't show that they're actually scared in the shelter. Anyway, I'm crazy though. Bitches is crazy. Now, if they start telling you shit, you start hearing stupid stories about bitches being in shelter with me and all this extra shit. No, literally, I only had one altercation out of all the shelters I've been in New York City, and that was in Bronx at Franklin Ave. near Melrose. Third Ave, once it's third, that part. And what's it called? This one, it was literally it was the second day I got there. I swear it was set up too. But this fat bitch, I'm not even gonna lie, this fat bitch, I'm sorry, I don't know her name. Like I don't want to say it like that, but I literally can't remember as nothing but the fat bitch. Cause like she's like one of those bitches that just is so miserable and insecure about their fatness. They literally just sit there and talk shit all day. One of those, and I hate to be that type of person to say it like that, but that's exactly what it was. And she had a walker. She didn't even actually need the walker. Like I think she just I don't know. I don't know why she had the walker, but she didn't need the walker. Like it was like she was literally like my age or younger. So it's like, bro, you're like 18. Maybe you could even be 16. Like she had to be 16 to like 20. And then it was weird because like it was like one of those weird things where she looks young as hell, excuse me. But she actually might be older than me. But like even then, she looked young as hell. So I wasn't even trying to fight with her, you know what I'm saying? But then she like said some stupid shit. I remember because this bitch over here that's grinning and shit was there. Now all of a sudden she over here, but she got her voucher though. But anyway, so yeah, so bitches were being funny, said some stupid shit, and I pretty much put her ass in her place real quick, and they didn't like that. And then they tried to press me and said I was harassing motherfuckers and this and that. You know what I'm saying? And then oh yeah, and then actually, other than that, there was a situation that same, I think the day after that or the same day, I was walking down the hall from lunch, and this old lady starts recording me, and I'm like, that's weird, you know, and I'm like, especially because she's older, you know what I'm saying, and no one else is in the hallway, so I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna be rude. So I was like, are you recording me? She didn't say anything. She went back in the room. I'm like, okay, she probably speaks English, or she probably doesn't speak English. She spoke English. That's the funny thing. But you know, motherfuckers like to act like they don't speak English. Oh no, bitch, you speak English, because she was speaking perfect English when motherfuckers started cussing me out. But she couldn't speak English before that though. So I started going in the room. So I pretty much just asked her like in the nicest way. I'm like, hey, I didn't know. I just got there, so I didn't know you can go in other people's rooms. I thought like because there's multiple people in a room, I thought you could just go in there only because this specific room was the only room that had a bathroom in it. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe this is like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, like I can go in here because you went in the bathroom. So I'm like, maybe that, you know what I'm saying? So I followed her to the bathroom because there's multiple stalls. So I'm like, hey, like, are you recording me? And then I didn't see her, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I walked out, and then I stood in the hall because I'm like, I know she's in here because she's not in the room, and she just walked in the bathroom. I'm like, that's weird. But I didn't walk all the way in because I was just creeped out. I'm like, okay, that's weird. I'm like, she's trying to hide. I'm like, maybe I made her uncomfortable. So I was just in the hall waiting for her to come. I went to the bathroom real quick, and I came back, and I heard her talking, or I heard like a walker sound or something. So I went in there, and I was like, hey, are you recording? Were you recording me? And then literally this one lady that wasn't even in there at first when I first checked. Don't ask me where the fuck she came from. She just teleported in that bitch. Just like I said, these motherfuckers just teleport. These motherfuckers just like playing as fuck. This bitch just come out of nowhere and say, oh my god, you're harassing an old lady. How am I harassing her? I asked why she's recording me. Because first of all, she wasn't like, you know, like she had the phone at an angle, like she didn't mean to, or she was trying to figure the phone out. Because at first I thought that's what she's doing. But when I walked past her, when I was, you know, thinking she wasn't recording me, but I was tripping, I walked past her. I realized the phone was literally recording me. She wasn't on FaceTime or nothing. I thought she was talking to her grandkids on FaceTime or something. She was just showing the hallway or something. Just showing me, just talking shit, whatever. I didn't give a fuck. But the thing is, then I realized she was just recording me for no reason, just like this. Like the camera looked just like this, like with me on it. You know what I'm saying? So then I was just like, well, okay, now she's recording the ground, but she's recording the ground clear as day. So she clearly knows what she's doing. So I was like, all right, that's weird. And then I was like, you know what, let me just leave it alone. But then I'm like, no, let me say something, because that's awfully weird. And you know what I'm saying? A lot of Spanish motherfuckers be the ones tracking my ass, trying to human traffic my ass. So I'm like, okay, bitch, you probably work with the cartel, whatever the fuck. So now I'm gonna have to press you. Not like press you in a disrespectful way because you're older, but at the same time, I'm gonna have to address the shit because I'm not gonna sit here and let you put me on video so they know where I'm at, so they know where to come get my ass. Like, come on, like, you know what I'm saying? And the funny thing is, niggas record me every day. You know what I'm saying? Niggas, that's when I really noticed shit was weird. Before I even got over here, niggas was recording me every day on the subway. Like, what is you recording me for? Why is all these people recording me? And on top of that, that's how I knew shit was weird. That's how I knew shit was weird. We're in New York City. There's billions of people, my boy. There's billions and millions of people, my boy. There's at least 1 million people out here. And I know there's way too damn many. There's at least 6 million people in the whole city, bro. Probably not even including Staten Island. With COVID, maybe at least 3. But we know there's a couple million out here in this little ass city. We're not talking about upstate. There's like 200,000 in Albany itself, okay? But we talk about New York City. There's a couple million, not 100,000. There's a couple million in this small ass area. So how the hell am I getting on the train in the beginning, there's all these people. Now all of a sudden, there's literally like 5 motherfucking people on the platform. Now I start calling the shit out loud, or I start thinking about the shit. I start realizing people moving according to my thoughts, so I start saying shit out loud. Fuck it, y'all must hear my thoughts or be psychic that's around me. So either way, why are all these sidekicks following me? Even if that's the case, even if it's not no chip, no vaccine, whatever. Why are all these sidekicks reading my thoughts for what? Why you gotta read my thoughts every time you get near me? Every time you get on a train. Specifically, the train wasn't even outside the train. Then once I started calling the shit out on the train, now it's happening outside the train. Now all of a sudden, there's no people still getting on the train. There's still not, even when they're acting now, there's still not enough people getting on the train and the platform to even fill in, because they're nothing but human traffickers. And that's the crazy part. They know they can't just kill me like that. I don't know what it is. Like, I think it's because they want to steal my ideas. They don't know if they want to steal my ideas or they literally just want to just kill me and take the risk. But they also don't want to take the risk because I must be psychotic. Because how the fuck did I get away X amount of times? And then how the fuck do I always figure it out without fully knowing and this and that and this and that? You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy. They can't, you know what I'm saying? They're confused. They don't know what to do. And there's so many of them. They don't know who I actually know. And the thing is, I know so many people, they're scared to even take the risk because they're like, yeah, these people aren't fucking with you. They're giving us this information. But they don't know if they're actually giving the information back to me. And that's what they're scared of. Whether I'm talking to nobody. They also find it very strange that I'm literally 22 years old and I've literally been talking to nobody for 2 years. And there was a point where I know y'all watched me sleep outside for 6 months and didn't talk to nobody for 6 months straight. I didn't talk to nobody the whole summer last year. The only person I talked to last summer was literally the lady that I used to work for. And then literally the guy that owned this store upstate in my hometown, Saratoga Springs. 4 Seasons. Shout out to him. He actually was trying to, get me away from his business because I was sleeping outside his business. It wasn't no rude shit. He was just actually uncomfortable with being that I was outside his business. You know what I'm saying? Sleeping there. He probably thought I was going to rob his business or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't blame him. You know what I'm saying? I felt uncomfortable sleeping there. You know what I'm saying? So I used to just walk around until, he left. And then I would just go to sleep in his chair in the business and then make it clear as day. Like, hey, I'm just sleeping here. I'm not harmed. I'm just reading a book here. I'm just watching a YouTube video. I'm using your Wi-Fi, whatever. Because I literally couldn't get away from everybody else because people were literally stalking me. Like, I could sleep in broad daylight in the park or whatever, but people would, go to the park just to see what I'm doing or laugh and make comments and stuff or try to act like they weren't trying to come look for me. Like, bro, you work for the city. Why are you literally driving around in a big-ass fucking forklift at 3 a.m. and broad daylight where there's no construction around? By my ass every day when I used to be friends with your daughter. And matter of fact, look at this fake ass leaf. This is a fake leaf. This isn't the real leaf. You can't really tell the difference because my camera's shitty. But this is the fake leaf. Like, look, this don't even crumble. What the fuck is this? This don't even crumble. Bro, I've been in the woods. I'm from upstate, bro. I stay in the woods. What the fuck is this? Bitch, when you crumble a leaf, that bitch go to dust. And on top of that, how the fuck this tip just turned red? How the fuck the tip on there? Exactly. They just prove my point anymore. They do this shit to be funny, but the funny thing is they just make it more obvious and make my situation even more better. You know what I'm saying? Now this bitch got a stroller that's backwards trying to show the child. How does that make sense? Half the strollers don't even be like that. You literally look at the child. Now all of a sudden you look mad confused trying to walk to show your child to make me feel some way about my pregnancy. That's my point. You guys are literally, it's elites. The Illuminati's mad that I won't sell my soul to the music industry or any type of industry, to the fashion industry, the modeling industry, whatever it is, and take the fucking dirt crumbs they're giving me if I don't sell my soul. And if I do sell my soul, the dirt crumbs anyway, because they know I have so much worth. They want me to feel less so they can feel like they're giving me more. But they've been doing that my whole life with literally just basic ass jobs. So why the fuck would I even want to do that in your shit? Especially when I know you're gonna dumb down or water down whatever I'm doing anyway. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my point is, let's get back to the reading. This is your reading, don't get it twisted, but this is also divinely supposed to happen. I'm being guided to do it this way. I didn't want to, but because the reading's supposed to be for you, but this is what I'm guided to do. So the 8 of Swords here. Notice how I just put the chords back in order. Didn't even have to go back in the video or anything. I guarantee it'll be exactly how I showed you in the beginning. If it isn't, it's pretty damn near on point. Okay? And yeah, the 8 of Swords here. it looks like you're trapped, but you're not. But you also can't see something. You know what I'm saying? I'm also hearing you're by water. You don't even realize it. So Page of Swords in reverse. Someone could have tried to attack you. Or you thought something was coming in fast, but it's coming in slow. But it's okay because at the ending, it's going to be I'm your ecstasy, abundance, love, and life. I'm also hearing purity. But overall, gifts from the divine. Like, comment, share, and that's all I'm being guided to say, and that's all I'm going to say. Sorry for the rant. Sorry for the long ass video. It's the 18th, I think, 19th, Tuesday the 19th. This video is long as hell and my phone's about to die, so I don't know when y'all gonna get this video. I'm gonna be 100% honest. It might be late. So yeah, just tap in. I'm gonna have to make videos explaining this stuff. I just literally just can't because motherfuckers want to watch me with these Jewish motherfuckers and make me feel threatened because what I said on the subway was pretty much that all of us are the same, even if Jews aren't even real Jews, because Jews are actually black and Hebrew and Israelites like me. Not saying I am one 100%, but my name clearly tells it all right there. Okay, my name clearly tells it all right there, and my skin is the Bible that they like to follow so fucking much is bronze. And even then, you can see my features. I have Egyptian features, okay? You can also tell that the slave masters have been mixed up in my bloodline somewhere. Whether you like to admit it or not, how dark I am, you can see it's like almost French, almost a German. This is European features, you know what I'm saying? It's very slightly noticeable, but you could tell it. Like, and that's the thing. I kept telling them, like, that's why they also really started trying to mask up, like literally putting masks and stuff on. Because I started calling them out, like, listen, I know this is your exact ethnicity, this is your exact nationality based off of what you're wearing. People like to make it seem like, oh, everybody's so different, and even though everybody's following the same shit, but everybody is different. Or they try to act like, oh, they're the same because they're following the same shit, but the thing is, you're still different. Like, you literally can be identified by every single feature you have. I literally did a whole project in my forensic class in high school proving, when everyone literally laughed at me and made fun of me, it was like, oh, you're supposed to be against racism, you're always talking about against racism, even though this is literally motherfuckers that's always bullying me or always got something to say about what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Whether we're friends or not, they always had something to say because clearly I was just that bitch and I didn't know it yet. You know what I'm saying? And I was low-key glowing up at the time and I didn't know I was that bitch yet. Some of us was getting mad. But anyway, everybody was trying to come for me talking about some, how are you going to talk about everybody has similar features or different features, or it could be different ethnicities and nationalities, but have certain features that define their ethnicity or nationality, or certain traits that define their culture. Well, let's not figure out how the fuck I'm black. It's not because my skin's brown. So I'm racist though. Oh, well, let's not figure it out because my lips are so fucking niggerish big, like you guys like to say. You know what I'm saying? Or what the master likes to says. Oh, just like New York City subway says. Oh, big features, get a blow dryer. Yeah, that's the perfect promotion. The perfect degrading promotion for fucking promoting black people to straighten and blow dry their hair. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's wrong if you blow dry your hair, but they're literally degrading you, telling you buy this hair dryer because you're literally showing your black features too much and you look too beautiful and we can't handle it. So you gotta water down the nigger in you, okay? And I like to say the word because it makes me feel empowered. Because just like you say nigga, we're taking the word back, okay? I honestly like stopped saying the word nigga for so long, and then I literally got back into it because I started getting around the hood shit again, the ignorant motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that I wasn't in the hood like for like the last year or two. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, because niggas is broke, okay? We ain't about to sit up in the suburbs letting these white motherfuckers act like, oh, I can't help you, da da da. No, if I got to, I'm gonna go where I need to get this resources. And for some odd reason, before y'all fucked up my resources, what people fail to realize is the motherfuckers that don't have like to give the most. And it be the motherfucking addicts. And people always want to label addict. Addicts are the most fucking caring, can be heartless, but also most helpful people ever. Like, I swear to God, every crackhead I've ever met in my childhood, whether they got on my damn nerves or not, even my motherfucking uncle, will be the most motherfucking helpful person ever. I literally hated my uncle when I was younger. Like, I loved him so much, but he used to get me tight because he'd always steal everything. But this motherfucker was the smartest motherfucker ever. Even though I still don't like his ass, still won't fuck with his ass. And will literally be so ignorant to like his own shit. He would go fuck up everything and then still come back and help you out. This nigga will steal from you and then come back with a whole motherfucking sofa talking about, hey, you want the sofa? I just found it. It's brand new. Or somebody just gave it away. Who gives a fuck if he stole it or not? He was still thinking about your ass. Ain't that crazy? He a crackhead and all this shit that everybody like to say, even though everybody was talking shit, oh, you don't even like your uncle. Meanwhile, I was the one actually defending his ass the most. While y'all was talking shit about me with him. And the funny thing is, he wasn't even really talking shit about me. Even though his ass did try and place me at one point. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? He genuinely loved me. That's the funny part. I genuinely loved him. My family's just crazy. So we don't know how to love. So retardation and trying to kill each other is pretty much loving each other. Cussing each other out, beating each other is pretty much loving each other. Because our family is so scarred. Abuse is how we love each other. So it is what it is. It's never going to be fixed. Or at least it's not going to be fixed with my ass there. Because I ain't finna figure it out. Y'all gotta figure that out now. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, that motherfucker was smart as hell. And not even like him, like just the people that would be around, because my family was addicts. Like everybody in my family was addict. That was pretty much at least 14 and up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's just smoking weed every day and can't go without weed, smoking cigarettes every day, can't go without cigarettes, everybody's an addict. Even if it's just gambling and you just so happily don't do drugs. You don't do the drugs yet. You don't drink the alcohol yet. And alcoholism is even worse than the drug addicts in my motherfucking family. And that's the funny part. That's real tea. And that's the one thing I got lucky with. I've always been like a hard drinker, but for some odd reason, like I never got the like actual like crazy traits that they got, like where it's like, oh my god, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm like over here seeing shit, hearing shit. No, I never actually got that, like, because I always was scared to drink like that. But then at the same time, I would just drink because I like to drink for fun, because I was like not trying to do other drugs, because I was like, I used to be a cokehead and stuff like that. So like what would help me is smoking weed all the time, and then every time I feel the cravings of other drugs, what I would do is just go drink, you know what I'm saying, and then I would stop. But then sometimes I would get around people that I'm drinking with, and then they would want to drink, being that they have the trait, you know what I'm saying, or they're developing a trait, you know, from being around other people's as well, because, you know, butterfly effect, then of course it affected me, you know what I'm saying? And of course we're part of our environment. You don't always have to be. But I was a product of my environment at the time, and they was too, and the people around me was, so it wasn't really helping. But yeah, that's all for my video. That's my little TED Talk. That's my little rant. Thank you for joining my TED Talk. My name is Habib Ibrahim. Not Ibrahim, but you may know me as Habib Ibrahim or Abraham, because people always say my name wrong. It's Ibrahim. It's literally in the Quran. My last name's in the Quran. And guess what? Guess what the book was about? He literally came to earth to teach everybody about God. Allah. That was his whole life purpose. God put him on earth to literally teach about God, only that. And they literally tried to do all this stuff. And it's funny because even though they tried to force me in all these Christian programs, they always had us reading books with my life story in it. Joseph was the biggest one I remembered. Got backdoored by his family, got turned into a slave. Next thing you know, he's a slave, but he's still trying to help the king. Now he tells the king to save his crowd regardless of what's going to happen to him. Just like when I was on the subway train, I tried to tell the Jews what exactly was going to happen to their companies and all this shit, you know what I'm saying, by them affecting me, putting all this funding into stopping my life, you know what I'm saying? Not saying it did happen or it is going to happen, but you know what I'm saying? Shit happens. Universe karma works itself out. It doesn't have to always work the way I think it's going to work, you know what I'm saying? Everything doesn't have to be predicted the way I think. Maybe God might change the prediction just because I said it, you know what I'm saying? The outcome. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to tell them like, hey, like we should all come together. Like, I don't know if, you know, I generally really had a bone in my heart, or, you know what I'm saying, a place in my heart thinking that white people generally wanted everybody to come together. And maybe Jewish people, the biggest elites of this country, wanted everybody to come together, knowing damn well the Jews don't even want to be near regular white people that aren't Jewish. You know what I'm saying? And took it upon myself to literally go on rants on the subway train on how we should all come together and fuck the racism. But I also was talking to the minorities and was talking about like, hey, just so you know, they also are doing this to us, but we need to come together as a whole. But just don't forget that this is what happened. And that book I was talking about was literally um, music, The Devil's Music. The book was called The Devil's Music. Black um, Black History Jazz. Look it up. It's literally a black and it's literally a red and white book with black and white pictures in it.